The night was colder than usual for early autumn, the kind of chill that seeped into your bones and made you feel like something was lurking just beyond the edge of sight. The small town of Ashford was not used to crime, the kind of place where neighbors still left their doors unlocked, where the biggest scandal in years had been the mayor's affair with a local waitress. But all of that changed on October 17th, 2016, the night young Emily Carter vanished without a trace. Emily was 17, a high school senior with dreams of moving to New York to study journalism. She was bright, ambitious, and according to everyone who knew her, the last person who would run away. When she didn't come home that evening, her parents assumed she had stayed late at a friend's house. When midnight passed and there was still no sign of her, they called the police. At first, the officers who arrived at the Carters' home assured them that Emily would turn up soon. Maybe she had gotten into a fight with a friend. Maybe she had met up with a boy she hadn't told them about. Teenagers had a tendency to be unpredictable. But when morning came and her phone was found abandoned in the woods a mile from her house, their casual reassurance turned into something darker. The search for Emily began immediately. The entire town rallied, volunteers combing through the woods, knocking on doors, scanning security footage from gas stations and convenience stores. Every hour that passed without a sign of her felt like another nail in a coffin no one wanted to acknowledge. Then, on the third day, a jogger found something horrifying. A shoe, a single white sneaker lying half buried in the mud near the river. It was Emily's, the same pair she had been wearing when she was last seen. Fear spread like wildfire. The police intensified their efforts, searching every abandoned building, questioning every known criminal in a 100-mile radius. But as days turned into weeks, hope started to fade. Emily Carter had disappeared into thin air, leaving behind nothing but a shoe and unanswered questions. Then, nearly 6 months later, a breakthrough. A hunter deep in the woods miles outside of town stumbled upon a rusted-out shack. The smell hit him first, a stench so strong it made his stomach churn. What he found inside was worse than anything he could have imagined. A body, partially decomposed, bound with ropes, its mouth gagged with a dirty cloth. Forensics confirmed it was Emily. The news shattered Ashford. Parents clutched their children tighter. Strangers eyed each other with suspicion. But the biggest question remained: who had done this to her? The answer, when it came, was more horrifying than anyone could have predicted. His name was Daniel Reeves, a man no one had suspected. A local handyman, the kind of person who blended into the background of daily life. He had fixed roofs, unclogged drains, even done odd jobs at Emily's school. No one had noticed the way he watched her. No one had realized that for months he had been planning. Police found evidence in his home, scraps of her clothing, newspaper clippings about her disappearance, even a diary where he had written in disturbing detail about how he had taken her, how he had kept her alive for days before she finally succumbed to exhaustion, hunger, and fear. The trial was swift, the evidence was overwhelming, but the true horror was in the details. The way he had lured her into his truck by pretending to need directions. The way he had driven her to that shack, knowing no one would hear her scream. The way he had taken her life and then gone back to his own, fixing gutters, mowing lawns, acting like an ordinary man, while a dead girl lay in the woods. Daniel Reeves was sentenced to life without parole. But for the people of Ashford, there was no sentence severe enough to erase the fear that had settled over their town. The kind of fear that made mothers hold their daughters' hands a little tighter, that made fathers double-check their locks at night. The kind of fear that lingered long after the headlines faded. A reminder that monsters don't always look like monsters. Sometimes they look just like everyone else. Was this story worth watching? What morals did you learn from the story? Don't forget to subscribe for more chilling true crime stories.